Hey guys, it's Bieber. This is from Alabama.com and the stories from Alabama. This is an update. We covered this case of the missing 5-week-old baby. And in this article, it refers to the baby as a toddler. No. This baby's 5 weeks old, not a toddler. Maybe by now they have fixed the typo, but wowzers. I had to bring this to y'all. This is quite an update. Caleb, which we knew that he had confessed eventually or whatever, but let me give you some backstory. And man, come by here, Lord, is all I have to say, because I'm telling you, it needs a whole rehaul. This whole world needs a big old evaluation. So, Caleb Whisnand led police to murdered a 5-week-old son, told baby's mother, "I'm sorry." He also told detectives something else. We're going to get to that in a second. This is awful. If y'all hear noises, this is my little Alexi in here on the floor, because in my last video she was barking her head off. So, that's what you hear on the floor. Here it is, Caleb and little baby CJ. The Montgomery County man accused of killing his infant son led investigators to a shallow grave where authorities say he buried the 5-week-old after killing him by blunt force trauma. Now, he does say in here, which we're going to, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, he says it's an accident. And the examiner says the only way it would be an accident is if the baby would to have fallen from a 5th-story building, or he would have been in a traumatic car accident. It's the only way something like this would have caused this baby's injuries. I'm going to try to get through it without being a blubbering idiot, because it's very sad. And it's inexcusable, and it's evil, and this baby had to endure it. Caleb Michael Whisnand Sr, 32, drove sheriff's investigators to a rural area of Enfinger Road, Lowndes County, where they found the baby, the newborn. It says toddler, but this baby was a newborn. CJ dead, a detective testified. According to that testimony, the baby's mother, Angela Gardner, was also at the site with police. Whisnand ran to her and hugged her and said, "I am sorry," which would be where I would turn to him and probably try to kill him. He said it was an accident. He hit his head. Montgomery County Sheriff's Investigator John Shepard testifies at the preliminary hearing held at the District Judge Tiffany McCord. A short time later, Shepard said Whisnand looked at him and asked him to shoot me. So, pretty much what the officer's saying is that Caleb, the dad, looked at him and said, "Just shoot me." I wish his prayer would have been answered. I wish his question would have been properly answered, because he needed a reset. His evil had gotten to him. Stop the madness. They said the madness got to him. At that point, investigators said he handcuffed Whisnand for safety precautions. Whisnand is charged with capital murder in the slaying of the 5-week-old CJ. The investigation began on the night of Monday 10th. How funny, that's the same day that they last saw Samuel. It's so crazy to me how these stories, it's so weird to me. The father called 911 from a Circle K in Wekuma Highway. I know I'm butchering these names, I'm sorry. In Montgomery County to report CJ missing. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency in the early morning hours of May 11th issued a missing child alert in CJ's disappearance. And case is being prosecuted by Montgomery County Deputy District Attorney Scott Green and Beth McGow. Whisnand is represented by attorneys Mickey McDermott and Karen H. Jackson. During the hour-long hearing, the investigator chronicled events leading up to CJ reported him being abducted at 10:49 on May 10th. Lawmen responded that night to the Circle K. Shepard was among many lawmen who responded on the scene. and noticed that there was an infant seat base, but no infant seat. So y'all know sometimes newborns, they have the seat in it, but they have the base that latches in, that locks in. I can't do a locking sound, but it locks. Moms, dads, y'all know what I'm talking about. We viewed footage at the Circle K. We did not see anybody take the child from that location. The video showed Whisnand had arrived at the store at 10:28, roughly 20 minutes before he reported the abduction. The father told investigators that he had left his home with the baby the previous Saturday night to work on a friend's car and later on another friend's car on Sunday. At one point he said he had left the baby with a friend. He also said the wife of another friend had watched the baby while he worked on their vehicle. There was no specific timeline of Whisnand's actions or whereabouts on Sunday. By tracking his cell phone, authorities were able to pinpoint locations for him for multiple times on Monday in the hours leading up to him reporting the boy's disappearance. The last time investigators saw CJ alive on video was at 12:43 Monday at a Montgomery County Walmart. Whisnand visited multiple locations on Monday, all in the Montgomery County area, but one. Unusual location was in Lowndes County. He did not initially tell investigators he had been in Lowndes County, but when confronted with his cell phone data, Whisnand said he made a drug run. You know it's bad when they lie about getting drugs. We all knew he was on a drug run. Anywho, he probably didn't have to run far. They also had video of Whisnand withdrawing money from a bank to pay back money that he owed his brother. In that video, he was wearing a green shirt and blue jeans. In the video later, he returned to Lowndes County. Investigators saw Whisnand putting gas in a Shell station. The video showed Whisnand throwing a Mickey Mouse pacifier, a child's sock into the garbage can, as well as in a green shirt, which he was later seen in the red shirt. I felt something was amiss, Shepard said. All of these items were recovered from the trash can. The infant seat, CJ's diaper bag have never been found. Investigators said Whisnand's memory seemed spotty. His behavior seemed semi-cognate and erratic. He was showing signs of sleep deprivation. He kept telling me he was tired. So investigators took Whisnand to another room at headquarters and let him take a nap. He slept about 6 hours, Shepard said, and he seemed more coherent then. 2 days after the boy's disappearance on Wednesday, May 12th, Whisnand and Angela Gardner took part in a press conference. And we all seen that shit show. The boy's fathers told reporters, I don't remember a lot, but I did remember I was breaking up, with the cops. Or was it a tumultuous relationship? Like, exactly what the hell does that mean? Breaking up with the cops. Breaking up with reality, perhaps, but I don't know about the cops. It was after the press conference that investigators recovered CJ's remains. His father was charged in the death. Shepard said investigators requested the parents hold the press conference to help locate CJ. If anybody watches that, you can see the officers in there, and they're just like, okay. You could tell they knew it was bullshit. Everybody watching it knew it was bullshit. And immediately after this press conference is when he fessed up and led them to the baby's remains. Requested the parents hold the press conference to locate CJ. It was after the press conference, while again being interviewed by investigators, Whisnand agreed to take them to CJ's body. He led the investigators straight to a shallow grave. At one point, investigator Whisnand told them CJ had been unresponsive. Yeah, guys, this is important. I know this video is coming up on 10 minutes, but it's important. Thank y'all for hanging in. Had been unresponsive when he left his brother's house, and he tried to do CPR. When he couldn't revive him, he took his son's body to Lowndes County. When CJ's body was found, Shepard said there was no obvious signs of foul play. Once the dirt was washed away at the medical examiner's office, he said there were visible injuries. Forensic pathologist David Rydensowski, I don't know. the forensic pathologist, the coroner's office. Department of Forensic Scientists testified that CJ had complex skull fractures to the right side of his head that was 1 3/4 to 2 inches long. The baby was 5 weeks old. 5 weeks old. He said the child had bleeding over the entire surface of his skull, as well as subdural hemorrhaging. There were damage to his optic nerves and a broken right tibia. He said the only way CJ's death could have been an accident is if the child was in a severe car accident and he was unrestrained, or he fell from a 5th floor. He said the death could not have occurred from any everyday accident. This is an acute injury, and the child died within minutes of the injury. The judge ruled that there was enough probable cause to send a case to grand jury indictment for consideration. She also issued a gag order in the case, which was requested by Whisnand's attorneys and opposed by prosecutors. Gardner was not in the courtroom, but Whisnand's parents were in attendance. They communicated with their son through hand gestures. Margaret Hope, CJ's grandmother and Gardner's mother, so this is the mother's mother, has told Alabama.al.com the boy's father took CJ while Gardner was asleep on the night of the 8th, May 8th. She didn't get to have her son on Mother's Day or the Monday. Here's this press conference. I might end on that. Maybe I don't even want to see it. Y'all probably don't want to see it either. Angela is a great mother. She's overprotective of her kids. She was so happy when she gave birth. I was there when she gave birth to the baby. I cannot believe this SOB killed her baby. Hope said the father knew he done killed that baby, and he had to come up with excuses. Caleb Whisnand is being held without bail. My God. My God. Y'all, please make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Get these babies' names out. Get these babies' stories out, because they had to endure it. This 5-week-old baby had to endure this. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But I do know that we need change in legislation. In this particular case, I don't exactly know what type of legislation would come about, but in a lot of other cases, there's plenty of room for improvement, specifically where biological parents are concerned and just leaving their children wherever and with who the hell ever. That's all I got, y'all. Thanks for watching, and I just ain't got nothing else, man. It's just what a evil world we live in.